Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to grow an avocado tree from seed. So starting with a seed like this to grow a tree to when you actually plant it into a pot. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share and help me to grow this channel. Okay, so the first step in growing an avocado from seed is to get the seed. Now these are Florida avocados, but it'll work with Haas avocados or any kind of avocado that I've tried. What you want to do is there's two different ways of doing this. You can use the 4 toothpick method. So basically what you do is you press these toothpicks in and they'll go right into the seed. You want to clear off all of the meat, all the avocado, the edible part. You want to get all of that off, because if you don't, it's going to cause a problem with mold. So you're going to have mold problems on your avocado. You can deal with that later as long as it's not too serious. But the best way is to get all of the meat of the avocado off first. So there's basically two different ways to put your toothpicks in. You can put in 4 toothpicks as I've done here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to hold the avocado up. You want to have the top part, so just above half of the avocado, just above halfway through is where I put my toothpicks in. Okay? And then you want to fill the water up to where it's at right at the toothpick level. So the avocado seed will look like this, like it's dry and starting to crack after a little while. But what happens is when it's cracking, I don't know if you can see this, but a tiny root is starting to come out of here. And as it progresses, you keep your water in there. As it progresses, the roots will go down deeper and deeper, and then finally you'll start to see a little bit of a tree coming up out of the crack. Let me see if I can show you that on this one. Okay, and so on this one I used the 3 toothpick method. It doesn't matter which method you use. Some people say 3 toothpicks are better than 4. It doesn't matter. I think I used 3 toothpicks on this one, 4 on that one, 4, and I think I used 3 on this one. So either way will work. And so what happens is the roots start to grow down, and I'm using plastic cups for this. They say you have to change your water really often. You can do that, and I have done that, but also you don't have to change it that often. If it starts to smell bad, obviously you want to change it. But this is what the root system looks like as it starts to develop. And out of that crack will grow the tree. So the tree will start to come up out of there. It's not at the very top of the avocado. It's growing up out of the crack where the roots have developed. And so for me, it probably took, to get to this size here, it probably took maybe 7 or 8 weeks for me to get to that point. Your mileage may vary. It may be quicker. This thing, it also took about 8 weeks or 9 weeks for it to get to this size. So there's some variance in between those times and how quick it grows. Here's the next stage. So it's continuing to grow a little bit more. These leaves are turning a little bit darker green, and they're getting a little bit glossier, and it's continuing to shoot up. So the leaves are getting bigger at this stage. The roots are continuing to grow down as well. So just keep the water in there. I'm in Central Florida, but you can grow this anywhere if you grow it inside. For me, I started it inside, and then I moved them out onto my lanai, onto my sun deck area. And the reason that I did that is I'm trying to harden them off from being inside the climate controlled house, and they've done really well. They're continuing to grow, and then today I'm going to show you how to plant those planted out into the garden. Okay, so this is the next one. This guy has a little bit of leaf damage because my plant was actually knocked down. So my plant actually got knocked down, and so it damaged it a little bit. But at this stage, again, the leaves are continuing to get bigger and bigger, and the plant is getting taller. So this is happening very rapidly. Within a few weeks, you can go from this to this. Okay, so probably 2 weeks difference between these two plants, maybe a week and a half. And then this one is ready to go to be planted out. And if you'll look here, so this root ball now has basically filled up the entire cup. He actually had two more, I don't know if you can see those, but right there, it was actually trying to grow more stalks out of this central seed, okay? And this one I think was originally the 3 toothpick method, and it's grown so big that it's basically holding itself up in the cup right now. So, but we're gonna plant this into the ground, okay? Or into a pot. And so I recommend, for me, I'm using about a 2.4 gallon pot, and I'm using potting mix. So I'm using Stay Green, but you can use any kind of organic potting mix. Don't use topsoil or something like that. And if you're not going to grow this in a pot, if you live like in Florida, you can probably let it grow a little bit more and then plant it into the ground. In fact, this huge tree right out here, this tree right here is an avocado tree, and that's the avocado tree that these seeds came from. So they grow very well. These Florida avocados grow very well from seed in this environment. And every year we get more than 100 avocados off of that tree. And so we're really blessed to have that. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to plant it into the pot. Okay, let's plant this avocado seedling into the pot. Now you do not need as big of a pot as I have here. A smaller pot would probably be better. This is the pot that I have. These are the pots that I have right now, and this is all that I have available. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the avocado, and I'm going to try to make a hole that can contain the roots, but I want to leave part of the avocado above ground, above the surface. I'm going to go ahead and take out my toothpick now. It's served its purpose well. Okay, and so I'm putting this avocado in. I don't want to damage the roots. I don't want to break the stem. What I want to do is just bring the soil level up and just pack it down lightly, because I don't want the avocado seed and the avocado seedling to fall over, but I also don't want to pack the soil in too tight. And so just pack it down a bit. This is the brown coating of the seed is coming off. Some people say you need to take that off before you grow them into the cups. You don't need to. It'll come off on its own. It may go faster with it off, but really for me there was really no difference between having it on and not having it on. Okay. And so I'm leaving this area here above the ground, and I'm just packing in my soil around my avocado seedling, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're just gonna water our seedling. Now, if you're in a northern climate, you're probably gonna be transplanting it into a pot. You'll probably be outside, but if it's still cold in your area, when you're doing this, you'll probably want to take it back inside, put it back on a sunny windowsill in your house, and continue growing it. Now in the summer, in a lot of northern climates, what you can do is people will have these, they'll grow the avocado tree bigger, and they'll have it on a rolling cart or a rolling flower pot stand, and they'll just roll it out during the warm months and then keep it as a houseplant during the colder month. You just want to protect it from cold. You don't want this thing to get especially any frost damage or anything like that. You want to make sure that you keep it the soil moist, and you want this transplant to go successfully. So just keep it just keep the soil moist and allow the plant to get used to its new home. And so I'll be right back and we'll water this plant. Okay, so let's water our avocado tree. Take my water pitcher. I'm just going to water it in very gently. Make sure there's no air bubbles in the soil. Try to get those out. See the bubbles coming up? Trying to get it well watered. Okay, so that's planting and growing our avocado from seed all the way out to your new avocado tree. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and share. Thank you. God bless you.